Good morning, class 6. Welcome back. Today we will start a new topic, angle. Now, yesterday I had taught you about various terms and terminologies like point, line, line segment, ray, different kinds of lines, parallel, perpendicular, intersecting lines. Okay, so today we will start with angle. Now for angle you need to know that we have two rays. Okay, in angle there are two rays. What is ray? A ray has a starting point and no ending point. So we will have to draw here. This is one ray. This is another ray. Now notice one thing, both these rays have the same starting point. Angle is the gap between these two rays. The gap that is there between these two rays whose starting point is the same, that is called angle. So this point, which is the starting point of both the rays, is called vertex. This is called the vertex. Whereas the other two rays are known as the arms of the angle. Okay, this is one arm, this is another arm. These two are the arms of the angle. So an angle consists of two arms. It is made up of the two rays. These two rays have the same starting point. This starting point is called the vertex, the point where both the rays meet. So these two rays are the arms of the angle. It's like this. A person holding his two arms wide. So here also, this is one arm of the angle, this is the other arm of the angle. Both these arms are actually one rays. This is one ray, this is another ray, whose starting point is the same. So this is the concept behind angle. Okay, now notice one thing. I have drawn here two angles again. This particular arm of the angle is called the initial side, and this remains fixed, and it is the base of the angle. The base means the arm or the side of the angle which is towards the ground, and this other arm is the one which rotates. It's like a divider in your geometry box, compass, divider. Remember, you hold one of the arms of the divider and then pull the other arm like this. Alright, so that's the fixed side is called the initial side, and this arm which can rotate about the fixed point, that is called the terminal side. So the value of an angle depends on how much this terminal side rotates about this vertex. Initial side remains fixed. Okay, the initial side, or you can say initial arm of the angle, remains fixed. It is this particular arm which rotates. And how much rotation is there? That much the value of the angle. Like this particular angle, the value may be lesser compared to this particular angle. Now in this one you see this terminal side has moved quite a bit, more than this. So the gap is more in this case compared to this particular angle. So more is the gap, more will the terminal side rotate, more will be the value of the angle. By the way, how is the value of an angle determined? You must have used protractor or protractor, we call it. What does a protractor do? It measures the value of an angle, isn't it? We all know how to use a protractor. So in that, each division, the smallest division in a protractor is known as degree. Okay, so these angles are measured in degrees. And how to measure angle, that you have already learned it. We are not going to discuss that now. We are not measuring any angle as of now. We are only learning what is an angle. So initial side remains fixed, terminal side rotates above this fixed point called vertex, and the value of an angle depends on how much the terminal side rotates with respect to the initial side. This particular angle has only gone this much, the terminal side has only gone this much, whereas in this particular angle it has gone further. So the value of this particular angle is more compared to the value of this angle. Value of angle is measured in degrees. In short, we write it as like this, degree. Okay, if it is 60 degree, then it will be written like this, 60 degree. This is the short form of degree. I am not saying that this is exactly 60, just an example I am giving. Okay, if this is 110 degree, then degree is written like this. Okay, so this is about it. Okay, two angles I have drawn over here, as you can see. Now we will learn how to name an angle. By the way, ANGLE is the spelling of angle, right? And every time it is not possible in mathematics to write this ANGLE angle. So there is a short form of this word angle. It is this. It looks like an angle only now. So the short form is given in the shape of an angle only. Alright, so how do you name this angle? First of all, you have to give the sign angle. Okay, or else no, what you have to do? You have to write in words angle. And then how to name the angle? Keep in mind always that the name of the vertex, okay, from here points are assigned over here. Suppose this is one point, here is one point. This is the ray going through this point, this is the ray going through this point, and this particular point is the vertex. Vertex remains in the center. While you name an angle, the vertex should be in the center, and the other two points can be on the left or on the right. Okay? So you can name this angle as angle POQ or angle QOP. In both cases, O is the vertex, is in the center. That we have to keep in mind. And the other two points can be on either left or right. And as I have said, you can write short form. Angle POQ can be written in short form. Angle's short form is this, and POQ. So instead of writing the word angle, ANGLE, we write the short form of angle. Similarly here also, instead of writing ANGLE, give this angle symbol and name of the angle. So this is how we name an angle. Always keep in mind, the vertex should be in the center. You cannot name this angle as QPO. No. QPO. P is not the vertex. Okay, vertex is O. So you have to keep the vertex, the point of the vertex in the center while naming of the angle. And while writing the name of the angle, the word angle, we write a short form like this. Okay, so how do we write the name of this angle? First we give the angle symbol instead of writing the word ANGLE. And how do we name the angle? Which is the vertex here? B. So B will be in the center. And the other 2 points, okay, here also you can keep points. The other 2 points will be on the corners, either on the left or on the right. So you can even write this as angle CBA or angle ABC. Both are the name of this angle. And in both cases, B, the vertex, should be in the center. So this is how we name an angle. The position of vertex in naming the angle remains in the center. Okay, I hope you can see now. Previously the video, the down part was not visible. So angle POQ, short form, in the bracket I have written. And the same angle can be written as angle QOP, and in short form, instead of ANGLE, the short form of angle is given. In the second one also, see the angle B is the vertex, B will be in the center. So the angle can be named as angle ABC or angle CBA. Okay, in both cases B will be in the center. Okay, in regards to naming an angle, the name of an angle also can be given by the name of the vertex. Here, what is the vertex? O. So I can give the name of this angle as angle O. O is the vertex. So name of the angle can be given with the name of the vertex of the angle. Similarly for this one also, name of the angle will be according to the name of the vertex. What is the vertex here? B. So this particular angle can be named as angle B also. Okay. So angle B or angle ABC is the full name, or angle CBA. Okay. Angle ABC and angle CBA is the full name of the angle, or in short, if you want to name it, you can name it as angle B. Okay. Similarly for this one also, in short form you can name it as angle O, and the full form you will write it as angle POQ or angle QOP. I hope it is clear to you. Naming of an angle. Sometimes, like in your exercise 13b, you have this, that they have given some numbers. Okay. So this angles can be given as angle 1. Okay, because 1 is written. Okay. Like that also you can do. Okay. So let us now go and do the exercise 13b. Okay, this is the first question of exercise 13b. It says, name each of the following angles in 3 different ways. Okay, each angle, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. All 4 angles we have to name in 3 different ways. Let's see how we can do that. Remember, I had said that we can name the angle according to the name of the vertex. Okay, vertex is given here y. So we can actually name it as angle y also. Alright. So you can name it as angle y. Another name you can give over here. Can you see over here the letter, the number 4 is written. So you can name it as angle 4. Another method is of naming this angle is, you can select the vertex, give the angle sign, select the vertex to be in the center, and the other 2 points in the left and on the right. So we got 3 names. You can actually have one more. No? Another name you can give is, see, you select the vertex to be in the middle. This time you can write Z first and then X. Okay, we have this Z. You can write Z first and X last. But Y should be in the middle. But now we have 4. In book they have asked only 3 names. So you can select any 3 from these. I have written all the names. Okay, out of these 4 names, write any 3. Okay, now coming to the second one. You have the name of the vertex as L. So angle L. Also this number 7 is given. So you can name this angle as angle 7. Or angle NLM. L should be in the center. L is the vertex, no? So it has to be in the center. Another name you can give is angle MLN. Okay? Whether this or whether this, L should be in the middle. This is the method of making angle. Vertex should be in the middle. Coming to the third one, you can name it as angle 3. 3 is written, no? So you can name it as angle 3. Also you can name it as angle F. Okay, F is the vertex of the angle. So you can give the name of the angle in the name of the vertex also. Or you can give angle DFE. And another name you can give is EFD. These are the 3 names you can give to this particular angle. Okay, now the fourth one. Now you must be wondering why this angle, a square is given instead of this arc. Why a square is given? Whenever a square is given, you should keep in mind it is a 90-degree angle. Okay, it's a 90-degree angle. Okay, now coming to naming the angle. What is the name of the vertex? coming to our usual method of naming the angle, this angle can be named as, keeping F in the center, GFE, angle GFE. And another method is keeping F in the center only, but now EFG. F will be in the center, EFG. You can start from here, GFE, or you can start from here, EFG. In both cases, F will be in the middle. So all these angles, I have given 4 names. You select any 3 names and write according to the question asked in the book. Okay, question number, actually there was a blunder. I started from question number 2. Question number 1 in your exercise, it says give 3 examples of angles from your environment. Now you can give this by yourself. You know, you can have so many examples of angles, like this wall over here. Okay, let me focus my camera. Can you see it? Here you have this particular edge of the wall and this particular edge of the wall. These two make an angle. So the 2 sides of the wall, they are examples of an angle. Same goes for windows. Here, this window, can you see? This window also has 2 edges. Okay, this is one of the arms of the angle. This is another arm of the angle. They make one angle. Similarly, you have the fan. The blades of the fan. I'm not pointing it there, but you know how a fan looks like, isn't it? Blades of a fan. Each blade can be imagined to be one arm. So, if 2 blades you take and the center part, that wheel, you imagine as to be the vertex, then that's the example of an angle. Like that, compass can be thought of, divider also can be thought of an example of an angle. So many examples from daily life you can get. Scissors, when you open the scissors wide, you have in your book's picture also. Here, scissors, when the scissors are wide open like this, each blade of the scissor is considered to be each arm, and the point, the screw which holds this blades is the vertex. So this is an example. Like that you can see so many examples are given in your book also. So right from there, I haven't done that, but I expect you to do by yourself. So what I did was, previous to this was question number 2. Now question number 3 we are doing, page number 238. You have like this diagram here. This one I have drawn. I will explain why I have drawn this. This is the diagram of the question. There are 2 angles in this, you can see. But there is a 3rd angle also. If you imagine that this particular ray BB is not there, then you will have this. Only this particular B is the vertex. This is one ray, this is another ray. Both rays going opposite to each other like this. One going on the right side, one going on the left side. And they make a 180 degree. I think you know how a 180 degree angle looks like. It is also known as straight angle. Okay, such kind of angle where the arms go opposite to each other and the angle that they make is 180 degree. Such angle is known as straight angle because it is forming one straight line, isn't it? So they are asking here, name the 3 angles over here. One of the angle is angle ABC. This angle can be named as angle ABC. What are the other 2 angles in this diagram? Apart from angle ABC, which I have drawn here separately, the other 2 angles are this particular angle and this particular angle. So we have to write a name. So the other 2 angles are, we'll start with this one first. What name can be given to this? Angle CBB or BBC, anything will work. I am writing angle CBB. See, B is the vertex, vertex is in the middle. And what is the other angle? This particular angle here, you can give the name as angle ABB. Angle ABB. This B should be in the middle. B is the vertex, no? In both the angles, this or this angle, B is the vertex. So B should be in the middle. we have this particular diagram for question number 4. Now you see the question. We have two intersecting lines. Okay, one line is line AB, another line is line CD. Both are intersecting at the point E. So if you see this diagram carefully, E will appear to you as a starting point or an ending point for four different rays. Okay, from this point there is a ray which goes like this. See, this is the starting point and it goes towards A. Another ray is this way, starting from here going towards C. Another ray starting from the same point going towards B. Another is going towards D. Okay, so there are actually four rays starting from E, and these four rays make four angles also. This is one angle, there is another angle, there is another angle, and here is another angle. And there is also a straight angle this way. Okay, angle DEC. This is another angle, and there is another straight angle for this particular line also from here and here, angle ACB. Okay, so let us now read the question. Could you think of the diagram as being formed by four rays? Of course, yes, there are four rays. What are the four rays? EA, EC, EB and ED. These are the four rays with a common endpoint. Yes, this is the end point or starting point for all these four rays. So what answer should be right here? Just for the first part, yes. The diagram has four rays. What are the rays? Let us name them also. EA, remember how we represent ray? We draw like this symbol for ray. EA, then EC, then you have ED, and then you have EB. These are the four rays with a common endpoint. What is the endpoint? With a common endpoint E. That means E serves as the vertex for all these four rays. So this is the first part's answer. Now second part, they are asking us to name 6 angles out of this figure. Okay, 4 angles is visible to us, and the 2 remaining angles are the 2 straight angles. Okay, so let's name the first angle. First angle, let us name this angle. How can you name this angle? You can name it as angle AEB. Angle AEB. See, E is the vertex, so it should be in the middle. A and B are the 2 other points of the angle. So AEB or DEA is also correct, but I have written one name, AEB. Then this angle's name is angle AEC. Okay, third angle is this angle CEB or BEC. The fourth angle is this angle BEB or BEB. Remember to give the angle symbol, okay, for all of these angles. Okay, now the straight angles. For this particular line, the straight angle's name will be angle BEC. And for this particular line, the straight angle's name can be given as angle AEB. Okay, this is the question number 4 solved for you. Now have a look at question number 5. Now this is going to be a tricky question to answer. It says, now here is the problem figure for us. The figure is given. They have asked us to name 6 angles from this figure having the same vertex C. All the 6 angles will have C as the vertex. So if you watch it just like that, you will only see 3 angles. 3 angles are visible to us. So let us write the names of at least these 3 angles first. The remaining 3 angles we will search later on. But let us first write down the name of these 3 angles at least. Okay, the first angle is this DCM. Angle DCM. Then the second angle is this MCN. Angle MCN. The third angle is this angle NCD. NCD. Angle NCD. Okay. Now let us search for the remaining 3 angles. Look carefully. Okay, you need to watch carefully. Imagine that this ray MC or CM, this ray is not there. Then you will have this particular angle, this angle. Okay, this is one arm, this is another arm. NC is one arm, DC is another arm. Then what will be the name of this particular angle? Angle DCN. You can even name as NCD. C has to be in the middle. Okay. Similarly, if you consider this ray CN, this CN ray not there, then you will have this angle also. This is also one angle. What is the name of this angle? DCM or MCB. This is another angle. So angle MCB is the 5th angle. Now the last 6th angle. Let's search. I think some of you might have already guessed it. Imagine that these both rays not there. Only ray CB and CD are there. These 2 rays not there. Then this big angle is also another angle. Okay, what's the name of this angle? This angle has CB as one arm, CD as another arm. So name will be angle BCD. Or even you can write angle BCD. It's both the same. So now let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got our 6 angles. Question number 6. Now here is the problem figure for question number 6. There is an angle. The name of this angle they have given as angle P. Remember, we can get the name of an angle with the name of the vertex. So here they have done that. Now there are few points that are drawn inside the angle. Now when I say inside the angle, it means within the gap of the 2 arms. This is one arm, this is another arm. These 2 points are within the gap of these 2 arms. Then there are some points outside the gap of the angle or the 2 arms of the angle. Okay? And there are 2 points that is given in the boundary line of the angle. That means in the boundary line of the arms of the angle. So those which are inside the angle we call them as interior points. Those which lie outside the angle we call them as the points lying exterior, and those which are on the boundary line we call them as lie on the angle. Alright? So now let's write the answer. So the first part's answer. Which are the points interior? Interior means within the gap. So we have G and S. These are the 2 points. exterior to the angle, N and R are the points which are outside the angle. And the third one, lie on the angle, angle T. Which are the points? We have M and we have T. M and T are the points which are on the boundary line or on the arms of the angle. So this is question number 6 solved for you. Okay, question number 7. Let us discuss this. Here is the problem figure for us, and we have in this 6 angles. Now you can see the names of the angles. Angle 1, angle 2 is here. Here is angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. Now the names of the angles, they are given as numbers. Okay, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, 5, 6. And also alongside you have another list of angles, same angles only. Okay, but they have been given the names of 3-letter names. Okay, 3 letters of English alphabet. Okay, like how the full name of an angle is given with the vertex in the middle, that name is given, and here the name is given as numbers. We have to match which angle matches with the 3-letter names of the angle. Okay, same angle, we have to find its 3-letter name and match it. Alright, for angle 1, first let us locate where is angle 1. Here it is, angle 1. What name is given? BAD or DAB? So we have DAB here. So angle 1 will match with angle DAB. Okay. Angle 1 matches with angle DAB. I advise you that you draw this figure in your copy and then you solve it. Okay. In fact, all these that we have done, you have to write it in the copy. For study purpose, it is good that you write all these as notes in the copy. It becomes easy for you to study for exam. Alright, now let's look at where is angle 2. Here is angle 2. What's the name? The full 3-letter name? BCD. Or BCB. In both cases, C should be in the middle. So we have, yes, we have BCB. BCB. So angle 2 matches with angle BCB. Next, let us look at where is angle 3. Here is angle 3. Okay, and the name of this angle, 3-letter name will be CDB or DBC. Let us see which is given. CBD. CBD is given. So angle 3 will match with angle CBD. Next is angle 4. Let us see where is angle 4. Here, this is angle 4. Okay, name is 3-letter name ABD, angle ABD or DBA. DBA can be seen. So angle 4 matches with angle DBA. Two angles are left. Angle 5. Let us look at where is angle 5. Here it is. So the 3-letter name will be B, angle BBC. Here it is, angle BBC. So angle 5 matches with F, angle BBC. And lastly, angle 6. Here is angle 6. 3-letter name will be DBA or ABD. ABB. Here it is ABB. So this will match with this. So this is question number 7 solved for you, and that's about it. We are not going to solve multiple choice questions. So for this exercise, till question number 7 is to be done.